Top me off if you will.
Yes.
Be quiet.
We are headed to hayfield. I'm sure y'all probably guessed it, seeing the cutters. It's been a while since we have cut any hay. Our one field we've cut twice this year, which usually by this time we're like on the third cutting a lot of times. The field we're headed to, we only cut one time. It was our ryegrass. We wrapped it, and pretty much since then, well, I say since our hay has been close to being able to be cut again, we haven't really had a forecast of more than like a day or two without rain, which we're very fortunate to be getting a lot of rain, but it's made it hard on cutting hay. But here we are headed to the hay field. I think today and the next 3 days are like 10 or 15% chance of rain and under. Today's Monday. I think Friday goes to like a 40% chance. So the hay's pretty thick. We're gonna go lay it down today. We're gonna try to get a little bit of drone footage. Eric's got a camera. We'll see if he can get us a little bit of footage from his tractor. But our plan is cut today, fluff tomorrow, fluff Wednesday, possibly start baling a little bit Wednesday. But if not, we're gonna hit it hard baling it on Thursday. We'll probably chop this up into a couple different videos, bring y'all along, so y'all come on and we'll see how it goes. See if we can get it cut, baled, all the good stuff before we have any more rain. We had contemplated, yesterday was obviously Sunday. Little side note from the last video, I mentioned it, but yesterday I taught my first ever Sunday school lesson. There's 4 of us that rotate, and it was my Sunday. And a lot of pressure. We had a pretty good crowd for our Sunday school class too, but I think all in all it went well. I was pretty nervous, but we got through it. But I said that to say we were contemplating starting cutting yesterday after church. All week has kind of gone back and forth on the rain percentage for yesterday, and it was showing like I think a 30% chance of rain, so we decided to wait, and we're glad we did, because about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon we had a downpour. It rained probably 30 minutes, but it rained hard, so glad we held off. But we're heading there today, so y'all wish us luck. So this hayfield here, it takes about 11 to 12 hours to cut it by yourself. We're hopefully running 2 cutters all day today. So, you know, maybe we can cut that time in half, but the hayfield looks good. Very few weeds, no Johnson grass. Let's go take a look from outside. Definitely ready to be cut. Eric was finishing topping off the other tractor. I'm in the 7200. He's in the 7220. Make sure we're set up. Just replaced the blades on this cutter here. So hopefully it's gonna be cutting good. Here comes Eric. Y'all go pop you some popcorn, get you a snack, grab you a drink, and settle back in, because we got a long day ahead of us. We're moving along smoothly, laying some hay down. We're both cutting. Like I said earlier, I'm cutting with the 7200, he's in the 7220. Both of these are four-wheel drive tractors, and the only time that I prefer a non-four-wheel drive tractor is cutting hay. You're limited on your turning radius, and so when you start getting these corners, you have to do more turning around. Whereas with a two-wheel drive tractor, you can make sharper turns and you don't have to pick up your cutter and do turning around and whatnot. But got a sharp point up here, we're having to turn around every single time. So I'm gonna try to cut this corner off, make life a little bit easier. I'll come back and just kind of cut this tip out. It's not easy to film and do this at the same time. Trying to cut back right through here before Eric catches me. Alright, so I'm getting there. Let's see if Eric gets the memo. You're welcome, Eric. All right, so he got the memo. See, I can turn pretty sharp, but when you have a two-wheel drive tractor, you can turn even sharper than that. And these points right here, you don't have to do this turnaround. Like this point right here, I don't know how well you can see it, but that wouldn't be a problem with a two-wheel drive tractor. For me, I got to go through, cut it, pick up, and then hit that U-turn. Finishing out this little triangle, then I'll get back to making my laps. This is one of the worst corners that we have, as we come to right here. There's still some more hay that way. We come back and cut it in a little bit, but there'll be more corners in it as we go, and I'm not going to do this for every single corner, but at least smooth it out so that way it'll maybe save some time. One of the few pieces of Johnson grass we missed. All in all, we did pretty good spraying this pasture. It looks pretty good. I've gotten some of the corners cut out. There's a little ditch down through here that we're getting close to. See if I can bring y'all along with it. If I can do this one-handed. The farther we get into cutting this field, you start running into this ditch, and so what we do is we go from doing one field, you know, one big lap, we cut it off into two pieces, so we're not having to go across this ditch. I'm gonna cut alongside this ditch and knock out both sides of it, and then we'll go from there. There goes Eric, chugging along. When I get down here, I'll go ahead and pick the cutter up, and I'll turn around and I'll go back the same direction, but on the other side of the ditch. And then hopefully we kind of got some of our corners knocked out, rounded them off, got the ditch knocked out, and we can get back to just cruising, laying this hay down. Creating another 90-degree turn. I have on an Apple Watch, and I use my left hand, I guess, mostly to turn, and it keeps asking me if it wants to record my exercise. Stop for some reason. Eric's still stopped up there. I hope he's just on the phone.
Hello? Hey, it's working. Man, guys, I even set that up by myself, I think. You'll probably never see this video, but I think it's working. Alright, still working with the new camera. Hopefully it's doing what it's supposed to do, or I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm sure Ben has done the introduction. We're cutting hay. We have just split fields. And there he comes. Believe it or not, I'm getting a little work out of it. If he doesn't hit the tractor. Whoa, that's close. Okay.
Looks like he was in there filming us too, so between the two, maybe we got some good footage, but didn't take his mirror off. I can't tell. I may see a few spots down in the ditch where I didn't get every bit of it, but it is what it is. Eric will have something to say about it when we start bailing it up, and you see a couple little strips here and there. I didn't cut real close around this tree yet. I'll come back at the end, do a little bit of cleanup around, but when you're cutting hay, the lap around the outside and any laps around trees or stuff like that, if you're gonna hit a limb or something, that's the most likely spot. The last thing you wanna do is hit something right now and mess the cutter up. So we skip all that and just kind of leave it for the very end, and then we'll come back and do like a cleanup round. And you know, there at the end, if you hit something with the tractor, you know, it's a lot better to be 99% done and hit something and mess up a blade or you know whatever, than to be 20% done and do that and stop and go to the shop. So we've got this split into two sections now. I'm on the smaller section. Here shortly, it'll get pretty aggravating because it'll be just a lot of sharp turns up in this area as I'm finishing it out. Eric is on the bigger section right now. We're cruising along. It's 12:50 right now. I think we started cutting around 11:30.
Man, we got some pretty crabgrass for you guys to see. I wish y'all could see this camera. It looks like a little ET looking at me. It's kind of freaky. Anyway. 40 or 50 acres to cut here. I'm sure he's told you it should have been cut a while ago. Rain, go away. Forecast shows a few pretty days, thank the Lord. We're taking advantage of it. Got a lot of work to do in the next few days. There's going to be a lot of hay here. Thankful. We need it. We're trying to dry this hay out, which I'm sure he told you that too. There's not a weed out here, man. We sprayed this Johnson grass. And it is beautiful. As good as this field has ever looked since we cut it. We got a lot of birds flying with us today because there are grasshoppers everywhere. I don't know if you just saw that, but he just swooping down behind the tractor to get him a big one. I was going to film earlier, but and you know when you get on those runs on the radio and they're just playing the good ones one after another. I had on that Joy 93, man. I was up in here just jamming. Nothing like Jesus and John Deere. Woo-woo.
So I got the section, the smaller side of the ditch finished up. About to go hop on the other side. Just gonna check, make sure my cutter's cutting good. Looks like it's getting a good clean cut. Those new blades are doing their job. We are coming up on almost 2 o'clock. I'm gonna say we'll be doing good to be done by 6 o'clock. At some point, probably before too long, one of us will probably have to go check on the birds. Our chickens are coming up on 3 weeks this week. Eric's will be 3 weeks old tomorrow, mine on Thursday. So we're cruising through another flock. This morning when I woke up and went outside, it almost felt a little bit like fall. When I was checking the weather to see if we were still gonna be able to cut hay, the low either tonight or tomorrow night is 53. Pretty excited about that. So Eric's somewhere in this field, so I'm gonna hop in, help him out. Get revved back up. There's Eric. Y'all see where Eric is. They had to go find him a shade tree. A little after 2. I guess he thinks he needs a little afternoon break. They even left me a funky little cut there. So I was cruising along. Eric actually is going back. He's going to check on the birds, but my cutter started making a racket. So I killed the PTO. It's right in here. That hay is thick. I don't know if some hay got hung up in it. Let's go see. I don't see anything alarming right now. So that blade there is a little stuck. See if I have anything in the tractor to get it pulled out. May have hit a rock or something, gotten this thing wedged. There we go. Alright, that's back free. Just hit my head on that. Alright, that side looks good. All right, everything looks good. Let's go. Turn it back on. See what we got. Cross our fingers. Sounds good so far, other than kneeling down. I don't know if that's chicken litter. That doesn't smell good. It's not me though. So far, sounds good. Let's get back in our row. I guess we're all good, maybe. Knock on wood. I don't have anything wood in here, but keep on cutting.
It's probably about 4 hours later when I was talking to you last time. We are almost done with this first section. Let me flip it around so you can see. There's a drone above me somewhere. Ben's flying the drone. I'm trying to run this thing. Probably a lot of crooked lines going on right now. I think he's bailing way out so he can control that drone. I'm about to try to hang this 90. So I don't know if the drone's up here above us. I know we got a lot of grasshoppers. The hay is beautiful. It's all crabgrass. There's not a weed in it. It's about 3 or 4 stalks of Johnson grass that we missed while we were spraying. Ben sprayed the Johnson grass, and then I came back and sprayed what he missed, and then I missed a little. I don't know if y'all can see him back there. Lurking. It's a lot of tractors in one spot. A lot of cameras, a lot going on. Probably somebody gonna run into somebody. Do it for you, YouTube. That's it. It's almost 4 o'clock. Probably got another Probably got another 15 acres to cut. Maybe, yeah, probably 15 or 20. Try to knock that out. The humidity, gosh, it's beautiful today, y'all. Lord, thank you. I went in the chicken houses to check the birds earlier. We've been running in the 80% humidity range. And it was 47% in there. It feels like I moved states. Like I'm not even in the South anymore. Gosh, you people are lucky that live where there's no humidity. Ben and I went to Wyoming one time, and a guy owns a ranch out there. Shout out to Grovant River Ranch. It's spelled like Gross Venture. Anyway, they're actually from Auburn, Alabama, if it's the same owner still. And he described the South as well as I've ever heard it put. He said, walking around in the South in the summer is like always having an electric blanket plugged up, wrapped around you. I've never forgotten that. Quality save. We'll get out and stretch for a minute and knock these last acres out. Who knows something about that witch's brew? Ah, it's cold.
I feel like you're carrying ET around.
I said that earlier. You look like you're carrying a drone around.
I'm not sure if it's on video, but I just about ate it getting out of the tractor.
Oh, dang it.
Here comes CL. Is he gonna fluff today?
Yeah.
It may be on there, I don't know. We got a little traffic jam, so I'm having to wait just a second until it's my turn. All right. Look both ways. Our turn. So there's a portion of this side of the driveway here, and every year we're like, we're not gonna cut that next year. It's hard to fertilize. You have to time it just right because it's fairly steep. But as I was doing my first lap around on the part we weren't going to cut this year, should have my camera out. But I went on around. It was fairly steep, and I looked behind me, and the cutter was sliding down the hill. So when I get back down there, I'll show you what I'm talking about. We like this over here, and then this is the biggest portion of the other side of the driveway, and then there's a little section up there, and then one little bitty section that's on your left when you're coming in. We'll cut all those probably, if everything goes well, maybe a couple hours. But I did get some drone footage, so hopefully that turns out. Right down here is what I was talking about earlier, where it's kind of steep. The cutter was sliding with me. had better luck that time. This grass on this side, not quite as good as the other side. It's a little more mature over here, but laying it down. Never know what kind of winter you're gonna have, or even if it's gonna turn out dry next month and you have to start feeding hay in September or October. We've done that before, so we're turning it into hay. We're still cruising along. JL came and actually fluffed a little bit of the hay. Got some of it done. A little less that'll have to be done tomorrow, and then it may just speed up the whole drying process, but had to do a quick run home. Luckily, look at the hayfield that's like less than a mile from our house. My wife had ordered some stuff for the boys and didn't want them to see it. They have birthdays later this week, so I had to go intercept before they got home to school. But I'm back. Gonna go help Eric finish up. See what he's got left. So I'm gonna guess 30 to 45 more minutes. We should have it all knocked out. Getting a tad low on fuel. But I think we should be good. It appears that may be a wrap. Here it is, 6:32. I forget what time we got started, maybe 11:30. Eric took a break at one point, and then I had to go take a break at one point. So I'm gonna say 11 to 12 hours between the two of us. He's standing up here outside the tractor. Let's go see if he has any words of wisdom. Hopefully he's gotten some footage too, so y'all didn't just have to listen to me the whole video. We made it on the fuel. You go home. About that time, isn't it? You struggling to walk there?
It's been a while since I've walked.
With 41-year-old knees. So we brought my truck over here first thing this morning. It's usually what we do in the hayfield. That way if something comes up with the chickens, or one of us needs to run back for something, or you need to go get parts or tools or whatever, we have a vehicle here, so we're not having to just drive one of the tractors back out of here. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go park this tractor. It's not supposed to rain. So I'm gonna leave this tractor and cutter here and get my truck, and then we'll worry about getting the tractor tomorrow. Kiddos are all at home, so we're gonna go see what they're up to.